Welcome to Friday Team Call, guys. Great week everybody is having here, I hope, and I know we're seeing it on the leaderboard. We're going to jump to that here in a second. Make sure you stay tuned all the way through the end of the call. Special announcement at the end of the call. You will want to be here for that. Little extra. So it should be a short call today, though. We're not going to take a long time. Just kind of touch on a couple of things here. End of the year. Next week, obviously, is Christmas, so no call next week. I think that's pretty obvious, but want to go ahead and make that official, and we'll send everybody a reminder about that in the coming week. But great to have you all on. Let's hit some leaderboards. Talk a little bit about what kind of numbers we had this week, and a great week so far. So. We always have, obviously, at the end of the week. So Friday is our turn in for the weekly leaderboard. However, it's Friday midnight Eastern. So we have this call in the morning, and so a lot of you go out and still help people on Friday late morning, afternoon, early evening. So we always want to make sure we capture that business on leaderboards. And excited to see people getting out and finishing up the week strong. So last week, shout out to Donna Bates, went out, wrote one additional application for 700 APV on top of whatever she had written for the week last week. So congratulations and thanks, Donna, for going out and helping people on Friday afternoon. Let's go ahead and hit leaderboards, and I'm going to hit a couple announcements here. For top 10 for the week, Mr. Spencer Cushian had 2 applications, $2,105, direct to myself. Terry Myers, 2 applications, $2,409, direct to Stella Dinwiddie. Eric Sullivan, 1 application, $2,511, direct to John Paul Vetter. Lionel Anderson, 2 applications, $2,676, direct to John Paul. Eva Bowman, 2 applications, $3,223, direct to Stella. Andy McKinley had 2 applications, $4,943, direct to myself. Destiny O'Neill, rising up the leaderboards. Great job, Destiny. 4 applications, $5,760, direct to Stella Dinwiddie. Number 3 spot, we had Jennifer Gray, 11 applications. Jennifer had app count lead this week. So congratulations, Jennifer, 11 applications for $6,776. A quick shout out. Jennifer is one of our newer writers. She's not a brand new writer, but she is definitely still in the early stages of her career. So we want to give a big shout out to Jennifer for putting up that effort and really growing her business. 11 applications. That's great for app count leader. Number 2, Miss Stella Dinwiddie, 7 applications, $8,074, direct to myself. And Mr. John Paul Vetter, the number 1, once again, no stranger, number 1 spot, number 4 applications, $9,084, direct to myself. Great week, everybody. Overall, as a hierarchy, we had over $52,000 written so far. And again, I know we'll have additional business trickling in today, end of the day Friday, but we have until midnight Eastern to get that in. So,
yep. To that point, Chris, I just want to add on because I know Mark Roberts actually finally got a signature and submitted an application this morning. But after you pulled leaderboards, he wrote a Forester Smart UL for $2,318 in APV submitted this morning. Congratulations there, Mark. And to that point, he was able to present that product, that Forester Smart UL, to the client based on the training we did last week, or the other week when we had James McKeon and myself and Lionel were talking about various things. And that's one of the products that James has found great success in. So he was able to take that, lift that directly from the training and apply that with this particular client. So great jobs there, Mark.
Yeah, very, very good, Mark. And that, yeah, obviously we pulled boards before that came, so we'll definitely make sure we get that noted on the next leaderboards that come up. But great job going out and making that happen. So So again, a couple of announcements. Our very own John Paul Vetter will be on the Monday call. I'm looking at the notes here. Is that the right John Paul Monday sales training call?
That's correct. The Monday national training call. I'll be hosting that. As folks know, the or you may not know, the 120s all have a rotation on the calendar of when it's their responsibility to either host themselves or select a leader from their organization to host that particular call, whether it's the national call on Wednesdays or the training calls. And this next Monday happened to be Marshall Whalen's. And on Sunday, after we got back from the lake house, he shot me a text and extended the invite and asked if I would like to host a call on the Monday. And of course, I accepted that. And so myself and a few others are going to be on there from my team, sharing a little bit of insight and wisdom on the Monday training call. So thanks for highlighting that, Chris.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't miss that call, guys. Don't miss any of the calls, but definitely tune in on that one. Get some great training. So special announcement. We've got a new program coming up here. I was on a call, actually been on a couple calls now with Mr. Scott Mank, our hierarchy leader. And many of you have heard from Scott on past calls, but one of the things, and again, this kind of came from what John Paul was referencing, the meeting down at the Whalen House, and they were talking about how to expand our sales reach and giving people more opportunities for more sales in the home. And one of those that is a huge market and one that we could easily tap into without a lot of effort, quite frankly, would be some additional sales and would actually help your clients free up additional funds for other products that you're offering them. And that's Medicare supplement sales. Scott Mank had, for those of you who don't know, was with Mutual of Omaha for many, many years. He's been in the business over 30 years, and Mutual of Omaha for many years. And that's actually one of our main carriers for Medicare supplements. It's not a market that we really tapped into in the past, just because, we specialize in the other products and have done well. But, as a business grows, it just makes sense to start expanding your portfolio. One of those, again, Medicare supplements, and that's a natural market for us because if you look at our leads, our mortgage protection leads, a high percentage of them, and I don't know exactly what that would be, but I would say at least a third, maybe closer to half of our leads come from that retirement age 60 plus demographic. And that, that's a perfect opportunity. There's a lot of people out there building agencies and building businesses just off Medicare supplements, but they have to spend a ton of money on marketing dollars, in trying to get in front and trying to get clients actually to reach out to them, to come to them to get quotes and things of that nature. Well, we're already quote unquote in the homes. Obviously, we're not in the homes physically in a lot of places, but we're in the homes and we're having those conversations. They've invited us in to talk about other products. We've had the opportunity to reach out to them about mortgage protection or final expense or one of those other lead sources. But while we're there, it's a simple question. Do you have a Medicare supplement? How much do you pay? Can I save you some money on that? I mean, how easy is that? So guys, I'm excited about that. So we will be having, Scott Mank will be running a training January 6th. So that's the kind of the week after the holidays, the first week of the new year, January 6th at 6 o'clock in the evening, 6 o'clock Central, excuse me. So that's going to be 7 Eastern, 5 Mountain, 4 Pacific. So obviously, and don't trust me, I'm terrible with time conversion. So make sure you look at your own time conversion. But 6 o'clock Central, I know that for a fact, and then you can adjust accordingly to where you're at. But yeah, there will be a couple of trainings. So we'll kind of go through high level what is Medicare supplements, and and how do they work. But then also we'll have a follow-up training. Okay, how do we sell and how do we position? And guys, it's a very, very simple process. It's not complicated at all, especially what we're doing in offering it as a value-added sale. So take advantage, plug into that. That's going to be a product that we can easily offer without extra effort. Okay. Okay, so that's kind of it for some announcements this morning. Just wanted to take a few brief moments here, guys. And again, I'm not going to take the entire hour that we normally do. Hang around to the end of the call. This is the last time I'm going to give this announcement. I've got a special, let's just say special gift for everybody that stays on. It's going to be a short call. It'll be worth your time, I promise. But this is our last call before Christmas. Next week's Christmas. We will not be having a call then. But wanted to go over a couple things here. Number one, just this has been an unusual year. Let's just put it as diplomatically as we can put it. This has been a highly unusual year. It's been a challenging year, and I'm just number one, very grateful for everybody that's on this call and on this team. I mean, I just cannot tell you how much gratitude I have for the group that's come together over the years. And regardless, if you've been with us for a while, if you're just now kind of getting ramped up, maybe you're just studying for your test and not even taking the test yet. Very, very grateful for everybody that's putting effort into this business. This is, I've often said, this is a business that, it's easy, but it's challenging. I mean, Symmetry put a system in place for a track for us to run on, but it still takes a lot of hard work. It still takes a lot of mental strength. It still takes a lot of focus and dedication. And I've often said, in the old days when we went out and called on people in person, that if you had even have written one application, I said you're head and shoulders above anybody else in the country. Because if you were to talk to people on the street, hey, can you go out and talk to somebody and explain the product, doesn't matter what that product is, that actually call up a total stranger, have a conversation with them, convince them to sit and meet with you, and then convince them to give you money. Anybody's going to do that. I don't care even if you've only done it once. That's very special. And I want to say kudos and credit to anybody that's gone out and done that. And if you're not there yet, just keep working at it. I mean, the fact that you're here showing up and learning this and trying to figure out how to make this work, just keep trying. And, you can join the ranks of what I feel like is just an elite group. Like anybody can have that conversation, convince somebody to do business with them, a complete stranger. Just hats off. But again, I want to say this with all gratitude. You look at what we did this year as a team, that, we started out the year in a sales process that was a face-to-face, in-home, driving all over the place and sitting down with people. And we had great success with that. We had a lot of fun with that. But it is, if you would come to me at the first of the year, in fact, I've had people ask me that, when I was interviewing to bring somebody on, well, it's just something I can do online. I don't know how many people I've told, no, we're an in-home sales process. That's the way you do it, and like everybody else, I had a lesson to learn. Come March 2020, things had to shift, whether or not we wanted to, or, wanted them to shift or not. But being able to take that sales process from a face-to-face in-home, move that online, and then have the kind of success that we've been having. I'm watching the numbers again, over 52,000, which was what we were running before, all this started. I mean, we were running in the 50s and upwards of 60,000 on a regular basis. So to completely change your sales process, cannot tell you how much gratitude I have for everybody who just, who took the challenge, rolled up their sleeves. Okay, we've got to figure this out. This is not ideal, but we're going to make it happen. And that says a lot. It says a lot for people who are already doing doing something that most of the country wouldn't do, or doesn't have the backbone to do. And not saying that in a derogatory manner, just it's an unusual business, and and one that requires a lot of mental strength. But to have somebody that can take that and then move online, that's amazing, guys. So much gratitude for where we're at in this business, how we finished up this year, the numbers that you guys are putting up. Just hats off again. I don't care if you've only written one applications or if you're just in the study process to be able to get in this business with all the change that's been going on. I think a net positive. I will say this is very much a net positive for our business and our industry, but specifically for our sales process, because I want to transition and just kind of talk briefly about this coming week, holiday sales. In the past, we've always pushed hard. Hey guys, get out. Last minute cram in business, that required a lot of extra effort. And by that, I mean, we still had drive time factored in. We still had to work around people's holiday schedules, trying to schedule that in with your schedule, with their schedule. And that's still a somewhat of a challenge, but it's less of a challenge this year because now the calendar's infinite. I mean, I can schedule somebody first thing in the morning or last thing at night. And I don't have to worry about drive time. They don't have to worry about getting the house ready for me or you to show up. I mean, where we're at in this sales system is just phenomenal for us to be able to do a last minute push for the holidays. So, just kind of an encouragement for you. One of the big challenges in owning your own business, I don't care, if you don't have an agency or a sales team, it doesn't matter. You still own your own business. This is your business. This is your schedule that you're running, and you have to be very disciplined. There's a lot of freedom in this business, time freedom, but with freedom comes responsibility, and you've got to manage that process. We see it too many times, and the reason why we're kind of harping on this a little bit, and you heard it on the national call, is we've seen too many people knock off the week of Christmas and then say, well, between Christmas and New Year's, nobody wants to talk to me either, so I'm going to go ahead and knock that week off. And then all of a sudden they start out the new year and they are so far behind the 8 ball, it's not even funny. For them to even catch up is going to take a gargantuan effort. And we've lost too many good people because they've taken the eye off the ball. They've gotten, I don't want to say lazy, but they've gotten complacent and said, well, it's the holidays. Either I don't want to work or they don't want to meet me or whatever excuse we give. And we don't accept the fact that with freedom comes personal responsibility for still going out and making it happen. So I want to encourage everybody, number one, take time, enjoy your family, enjoy the holidays. That's the beauty of this business is you can really, experience the freedom of being able to sit down and manage your schedule where you can truly take time off and be with your family and friends, but do not sacrifice your future in your business. Yeah, be very disciplined around this. So, and again, this year, I think that the blessing that we have, kind of a hidden blessing through all this, is the ability to do this in a much more time compressed manner, where we can still have our holiday time, but go out and still see a lot of people because we're doing this online thing. Wanted to talk a little bit about the upcoming new year. Not that we want to kind of rush by the holidays, but kind of some of our thought process and planning for the new year, starts right now. And I want to encourage you. I kind of entitled this piece, what it takes to grow in 2021, whether it's on the sales side or on the agency development side. On the sales side, I'm going to keep it real simple, guys. Take a quick note here. For you to put together your goals for 2021, what you need to know is what's my minimum number that I gotta make no matter what every week just to cover the bills, keep the lights on, keep food on the table, make sure that we're not panicking about money. Know that number. Number two, what's your target? Okay, what's that comfort number, I guess, for lack of a better term, but gives you a little bit of margin in the budget that if emergencies or things come up that you weren't planning on, that you have a little bit of extra money to put aside to spend towards those things. So what's your minimum? What's your target? Third thing, what's your dream? What do you really, if I could just install an ATM in my house, what's that number that I want it spitting out? on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Okay. And know those numbers, and then have a conversation with your mentor on what exactly it's going to take to get there in personal production. The nice thing about this business is we can reverse engineer any number you give me. I can tell you exactly how many appointments it's going to take, how many applications are going to need to be written, how much activity it's going to require, how many dials, contacts, appointments, etc. I mean, all of that can be put into a roadmap that at that point, all you have to do is go out and follow the roadmap. So it's one thing to put together, you've got to follow it. We'll tell you how to get there, but you've got to get in and drive, okay? So very simple. Know your minimum, know your target, and what's your dream, what's your vision. That's on personal production. And so for some of you, that's all you need. I mean, you're here to produce, write business, and that's as far as you want to take it, and that's fine. We again, this business is, you can make it what you want to make it. But for a lot of you, I know there's several on here that are building sales organizations. You want to build a team. You want to build a sales team. You want to have an agency, something that you own, that you can pass on to your heirs. They can continue growing and building that. What's it going to take in 2021 for that to happen? Guys, again, very simple here. Write this down. This is going to be the easiest thing. Number one, follow the 2020 rule. What's the 2020 rule? Write $20,000 of personal production, APV, annual premium volume, and submit 20 onboardings a month. You know, a packet, as we used to call them. Now we do them online through the system. So how do you get 20 submitted? Well, we got, again, work that backwards. So here's how that looks. So to get 20 sent, that means you have to have 5 a week, and kind of rounding off a little bit. You know, that's assuming your 4-week month. It varies a little bit from month to month. But let's just go with the 5 a week. Well, to get 5 a week, on average, we have to have at least 10 interviews. So set up your week where you have at least 10 interviews. Now, again, keep in mind, as with everything, numbers vary a little bit from person to person. You may need to do a little bit more activity. You might be the kind that's just a smooth talker, and it takes you less interviews. But make your target 10 interviews and adjust from there. Well, how do we get 10 interviews? Well, we've got to have at least 20 contacts, people that we've talked to, we've reached out to, we've gotten a resume from them, whether it's through ZipRecruiter or Craigslist or whatever that platform that you're using. Your warm market, guys, we don't hit on that enough. We got to stay on top of our warm market. Be reaching out to your friends and family. No today doesn't mean no tomorrow. So 20 contacts a week should yield 10 interviews, should result in 5 onboarding sent. So that's your 20 a month. That's building. Now, what's the secret? Do that consistently. Do that every week, every month. Don't miss a week, don't miss a month. And that's very, very true on the agency sales team development side of things, guys. Consistency is the only thing that will get you success. Okay, and that's the thing where if I look at somebody, why their agency is not growing or why their sales team's not growing, if we start breaking down the numbers, 9 times out of 10, that's where it comes back to. Just not doing enough activity or not doing it consistently enough. Okay. All right. Well, guys, that's like I told you, this is going to be a short call. It's kind of what I had for today. Just wanted to keep this short and sweet, let everybody get out, get finished up with their week. I told you that to stay on to the end of the call, and let me do a quick screen capture here so I can get everybody on here. We've got a little quick announcement. So everybody just stay where you're at. Let me get you. There we go. Screen captured. Guys, a little small thank you from the agency for just jumping on this call at the end of the year, going into the holidays. It's easy just to kind of ignore this stuff and say, well, I'll start in next year. But you took time to jump on the call today, and I want to appreciate everybody. So everybody that was on the call today that stayed on, we're going to send you a $50 lead credit. So you can go out and use that to buy whatever leads you want. If you want to buy a couple of brand new A leads, if you want to buy all 50-cent leads and get 100 of them, doesn't matter. We'll get you some lead credits. Give us a little bit of time because I see 35 people on, so I'm going to have to kind of comb through. If you don't have a login yet for the lead system, don't worry about it. I'm going to make sure that we take note of this, and once you get your logins, you'll get your lead credit at that point. But everybody that's current that has an opt login, either later today or give us till Monday. Give us a little bit of time because, like I said, I've got to comb through here, make sure that I get the office notified. The leads department is working as quickly as they can when I send these in. So just give us a little bit of grace on getting that out to you, but either later today or by Monday. Again, just a little thank you from me to the agency. So, John Paul, I see you're unmuted. I'm going to let you hop in here.
Oh, no. I was just going to let you know. I think you were trying to share your screen. If that's the case, I was going to say that there was nothing showing on the screen. If there was a graphic, but I just want to give you a heads up on it. Were you trying to share something?
Oh, yeah, no. Actually, what I was trying to do is do a screen capture so I could get
okay. My apologies.
Name and now there's a couple on here. It looks like everybody I've got either your name or your phone number. I do have somebody that's showing up as Galaxy S10. So you know who you are. Reach out to me, and I'll make sure that we get you on the lead credit list. So a big thank you again to all the agents. Thank you to our leadership on here, John Paul and Stella with fast growing organizations. Stella on a big push here for agency owners. So let's pedal to the metal. Let's finish this out and push her over the line. So Stella, Team Dinwiddie, step it up here. Let's finish out the week strong. We got to have numbers in for her by before Christmas. Now, issue paid. Last thing I will say here, I'm got myself off track here. Issue paid goes through the end of the year. However, keep in mind that a lot of our carriers will have holiday hours. So it should go over into somewhere around the 29th, 30th. I don't know how many of them will be open on the 31st. So watch that. I would be trying to get my business by the 29th, 30th at the latest, push through, but also watch each of the carriers on what their holiday schedules are. And if they're going to be closing early that week after Christmas, know when that is, and don't let that cause you to come up short on a promotion. All right, guys, John Paul, go ahead.
Yeah, before we did cut off, Chris, I did want to say something. And for me and everybody in the organization, Chris, I want to thank you for your leadership and mentorship. And you've meant so much to me in my journey. Here at Symmetry, and while you're giving thanks to us and such for what we've done, for the year in totality as a master agency, I wanted to say on behalf of me and everyone on the team that we appreciate you more than you know, and your leadership and influence is definitely felt every day in what we do. So we really appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
I really appreciate that. That means a lot, guys, and I am so humbled and honored to have a group like this to run with. I can't tell you, starting out 5 years ago, for those of you who are brand new on this call and haven't even got your logins yet, that's exactly where I was 5 years ago. I think in December I actually got my opt logins, December of 2015. And that's didn't really start until January 2016. But I was sitting here right where you were at 5 years ago. So, but to see a group, where we have 35 people on and a lot more people in the pipeline, and you know, someone that couldn't join us this morning due to travel or whatever, is very very humbling, to say the least, and to be able to you know, to be able to team up with a group of champions like this is just really, really awesome, and again, very humbling. So, well, very good, guys. Anybody else want to chime in with a quick? Oh, Stella. Yes, Stella.
John Paul stole the words out of my mouth, but so I just wanted to second that. That's awesome, John Paul. Definitely, thank you, Chris. I know that, you know, many people, you know, all of us are super grateful for not just, you know, what your gracious gift is today. Thank you so much. I see all the thank yous in the little chat box, and I just, you know, really wanted to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your mentorship. Thank you for this gift that, you know, nobody expected it. And thank you. Thank you very much. And one last thing is that this is my favorite time of year to call people, because, you know, usually people are in better moods right now. I got to do my very first holiday season of dialing was just this last year. And so this will be my second holiday season calling. And I just want to give a word of encouragement to people. When you call, like, it's the best time of year to call. It really is. And right now, more than ever, people like to hear a positive word on the other end. So I'm hope that, you know, you can not only make a positive difference as helping them, but you can just make their day, you know, wish them well. But that's all. But thank you, Chris. Thank you, guys.
Excellent. Thank you, Stella. All right, guys, that's all for today. Like I said, we're going to wrap it up early. Let everybody get a last minute push on the week, and set up early next week so you can get everything in before Christmas holidays. Take some time off, enjoy friends and family, and a Merry Christmas to everybody. I hope it's a great one for you. We'll see you after Christmas, and we look forward to awesome 2021. So, all right, love you guys. Thank you. Talk to you later.